So in my mind, every move that a fire Pokemon would learn was like a fire move.
Ah, yeah.
And there were not a lot of hints to the contrary
Hmm.
in Blue or the book that I was reading. So whenever I got like X and Y and like a fire learned like a different type of move, I was like, oh my god, you can learn this. And you were like, yeah, they can learn that in Blue too. And I'm like, but it's not a fire move.
Yeah, you're right. Tackle isn't a fire move.
I mean, that part I did understand. Like, for me, it was like a fire Pokemon can learn normal and fire moves, and that's it.
I see. I mean, that's largely true in Red and Blue.
I mean, yeah.
At least learn set wise. Like TMs, they could learn a lot more, but
Yeah. Um,
unless you're Pinsir, poor guy only gets normal type moves.
really?
No bug.
Interesting. What else? Oh, the fact that Pokemon told me what a move did before I learned it was revolutionary in my mind.
Right.
And that was the greatest thing that Pokemon ever added to the game. Because just rolling them dice sucked. I had
Yeah.
I constantly had three moves that I cared about, and then whenever my Pokemon learned a new move, I was like, okay, this is my throwaway move. I don't need it anymore. I'll get this move so I can learn what the hell this does.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I was forced to play the game, because without like a strategy guide or the internet or something like that, there was no way to know what each move did until you got it, which was
Right.
dumb.
And you get like, oh man, Fire Blast. That sounds strong. It missed? What do you
Yeah.
mean? No, it was either early today or yesterday. Um, I watched RT Game make a tier list for all the Pokemon games.
Yeah.
He starts it like I can't remember if it was no intro or barely an intro. He starts the video placing Red and Blue in F tier immediately,
Huh.
and then immediately afterwards skips to Ruby and Sapphire and also puts them in F tier.
Interesting.
It's basically just like the okay, now that I've weeded you guys out.
Is Ruby and Sapphire Gen 3?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Um, he had genuinely a lot of thought and reason put into it. Like he prepared beforehand every single thing he was going to say about them. I pretty much like I don't dispute anything that he believes about the games. His opinions are opinions. They exist to be yours and not other people's.
Yeah.
So like who cares? It's a rating on Pokemon games. Like if you feel threatened by it, you're really need to reassess your priorities.
Correct.
I'm talking about a 2-year-old tier list video. But it was really entertaining to me seeing like just how immediate the shit hit the fan.
I was talking to my dad recently about things. We were talking about movies,
Mm,
and I was like, these movies, I'm glad they exist, and I understand how good they are, but I never want to watch them again. And
right.
I was talking about like the like a Casablanca type movie. which
Okay.
is very well done, very ahead of its time, and sparked so much creativity in the movie industry.
Mm-hmm.
But watching it now and watching it a second time, not only just watching it now, but watching it again, really takes away from the wonder that it possessed whenever it first came
Right.
out.
Yeah, strictly plot-driven movies are difficult to justify a rewatch for,
Yeah.
unless they're the type of movie that like has a lot of foreshadowing in it.
Yes.
So you can go back and be like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. But like I said, I will never watch Casablanca again. Um, I don't feel the need to. I don't think I'm gonna be entertained watching it again, and I understand that that's, in some people's opinion, a horrible take, and I know why, but it is definitely a movie I am glad existed because of what it has done.
Right.
That I don't. Let's not talk about what just
I would really like to, but I'll respect your decision to keep it on the down low.
happened.
Yeah, that's a weird phrase that I encountered. Not for the first time, but for the first time in a bit when I was watching that tier list video. Was your opinion is wrong, but I respect it. If you're saying that the opinion is wrong outright, you don't respect it, you bitch! Unless you're being a funny guy.
A funny guy.
Always appreciate a funny guy.